Hello and welcome back once again to another video. In this one we have a house to go to. This got some blocked sewage drains. We go back to the bank that, remember, I flooded. And we also have a sewage manhole that is flooding the field. So if you like this video, leave a like, leave a comment, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. I'm trying to get this channel as big as possible, and every single one of you counts. Thank you. Yeah. I think that's going to come up easy by the sound of that. Yeah. Oh, water. Yeah, it's blocked in there, isn't it? Did you hear that? I think it's blocked in there. Sorry? I think it's blocked in there because I just heard a bit of water.
Oh, is that the easy option?
100%.
Oh yeah, she blocked.
Yeah. There we go.
Hello, I'm on TV. If you like this video, give a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe at the end.
So this job come in as a block toilet. We popped the manhole up and found the chamber full up like this. So we decided the first place to start would be to try and rod it. I reckon it's blocked in the next chamber, you know. Oh, does it go that way? I swear that dropped. That's a hard one, isn't it? Because you think it'd go to the road, but then at the same time... So we were debating with this one which way the drain actually ran. We think it runs towards me because that's the way the hill's running, but the road is going the opposite way.
I think it goes that way, I do. I'm just going to pull it out a sec.
I reckon it's blocked in that next chamber. Do you want me to get a longer rod?
It spins that way.
Yeah. Yeah, 100% that way.
It is that way, isn't it?
Is that right? Yeah, let's go straight in.
No, that's fine for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we're both.
Oh, you take it?
Yeah, I'll take it off.
Okay, fine.
We're both quite happy with how it comes. We're not too fussy, are we?
We're not.
No, coffee's coffee.
Use-
Well, that's the important bit of the day sorted. You got to have a coffee, ain't you?
I want to see what. Is it clearing?
Might have to jet it, possibly.
Oh, sounds like something's happening.
You ain't got no other covers further down that way,
No.
have you? No.
No, not that way, no.
Could be a jetting job, isn't it?
Could be.
If you mention jetting, that's usually enough to scare most drains into clearing. I'd say that's dropping. Sorry about my camera shaking, I was holding it still, I don't know why I was doing it. But we asked the customer to flush the toilet, and as you can see, a load of sewage is coming down, so we're going to ask them to flush them a couple more times. Sorry I've not used a tripod, it's a bit of an awkward one to have the tripod looking down the manhole nicely.
The weird thing is that it's going upstairs. You know, they're bubbling downstairs, isn't it? Is still
Well, that was a nice simple job, so let's stick the cover back down. So the next job we're going to be going to is a job I actually did on a Saturday. So it is the camera survey of the bank where I flooded the cleaners cupboard. If you haven't seen that video, I'll try and remember to leave a link at the end of this. But basically I ended up with sewage up the walls, across the ceiling and over everything in the cupboard. So if you haven't watched it, go back and watch it because it is a good one. But like I said, I'll try and remember to leave a link in the end card at the end. But yeah, so we're on our way up there now. The weather wasn't quite as nice this day. It wasn't raining, but it's a bit grey, isn't it? But we're heading up to do a camera survey in the basement, so we should be all good. Just in case you don't know what I'm on about, I advise you go back and watch the full video, but here's a little clip of it. At least this time we're not here for a blockage, we're just here for a camera survey, so in theory I shouldn't make so much mess. Fingers crossed. But let's pop the cover up and we'll find out what is going wrong here. I've got a pretty good idea because it's old cast pipework. I'm expecting it to be really rough, and if they authorise it, this would be a good one to test out my machine that you've not really seen yet. I've got a brand new Pearpoint machine. It's a brilliant bit of kit. So yeah, I'm looking for the right video to try it out, and this could be the one if they authorise us doing the descale. So the reason I think this channel is rusted and scaled is simply by looking down this chamber how rough it is at the bottom. Everything's just sitting there. So I'm expecting the drain run to be exactly the same. Straight away you can see how rough this pipe is. You can tell it's quite corroded. Now the new machine I've got is essentially a spinning chain. Now It's got nice little sharp tips on it for cast pipe. So hopefully we'll be able to run this down through this pipe and smooth all of this out. But let's camera down and just see the state of this pipe. Now there's a nice little chunk of limescale here on the right hand side at the bottom, so any paper that's going to come down is going to snag on that. We've also got a bit of water holding in the bottom of this chamber. More than likely it's from how rough it is at the bottom. We then come down to this right hand bend. You can probably see in the water there is paper sat there that isn't really moving, and yeah, again we've got a clump of paper just sitting there, so this is what's holding back the water. As we camera down, we should be able to push that through. But that highlights quite clearly how rough this pipe is, that everything's just sitting there. It's not got the best fall on it either, so that's not going to help things. We've then got another manhole chamber, a bit like the one that I'm cameraing from. Now, I know it's there because I've lifted it many years ago, and someone's put new carpet down and they've put flooring screed under the carpet and buried the chamber. We then carry on down, and it's going to drop down, straight down, into a buried, I think the word is siphon, just there. Of course the lid for this one is buried as well, because why wouldn't they have buried it? So this is where I think the manhole used to be. And this is what they've done under the carpet tiles. As you can see, there's no manhole visible. And somewhere in this cupboard is where the other cover should be. All we can do now is go back to our customer, put back our recommendations, and see if they want us to get this drone running better. I'm pretty sure that's going to happen, but we'll have to wait and see. Of course, if I do come back here, I will definitely get a video of it, so you should be able to see that. But yeah, that new machine should do a lovely job of this pipe, so yeah, hopefully we can get it running 100% better. So if you like flooding sewage manholes, then the next job's going to be the one for you. It's been blocked for a long time apparently, and you're going to see what I mean when I get there. It is in a complete mess. So yeah, enjoy. Well, here we are, and I've got to drive down this little track between two fields. Our drain is over in the field on the right hand side. Yeah, it's quite a bit of land here. I actually had to ring the customer, they weren't in at the time, to find out where the drain actually was. Turns out it was quite obvious when I got here. Yeah, that's quite a mess, isn't it? They've been playing around with it themselves and digging holes and all sorts, apparently. Yeah, it's clearly been flooding for a long time. They've actually got the cover open. Now, from here, it runs down to a septic tank, which I'll show you in a second. Once the drain's clear, they're planning on putting 2 new proper covers on here. This is their temporary solution. My plan with this one was to jet from the tank back towards the blockage, have it clear nice and quickly, and then be home for 5 o'clock. The drain had other ideas. Of that, there is something absolutely solid built up in this drain, and I was struggling to get the jet up through it. I kept trying, but not a lot was happening. Every now and again I get a chunk of that build-up come back, but the manhole the other end wasn't dropping, and it didn't seem like the jet wanted to pull forward anymore. To jet this drain I was using my small forward facer, so I was wondering at this point maybe I should swap it for the spear jet, because that's always good for blasting through blockages, and maybe I'll have a bit more luck with that one. It looks like we've cut out a nice big chunk of whatever that is that's blocking the drain. It's probably grease and washing machine stuff and all that that's gone really compacted. And we've still got no movement at all up at this end. So I couldn't quite get my head around this one because it could have been such a simple job and it just wasn't happening. I couldn't get the jet to go out this drain. Now I thought I'd give it one more chance on this end before jetting down from the full manhole. So let's try the Warthog. This is easily the best jet I've got, and nothing was happening at all, so we're definitely going to have to go up to the other end and have a go from there. Here we are at the other end, and we're going to try the spare jet. We're going to let the jet run as high as it'll go, and hopefully that'll do the job. Fingers crossed. Now is probably a good time to say, if you want to become a member of this channel, you can. That gives you access to 3 videos up front before their official release date. But you don't have to, I'm just happy you're here, and if you're subscribed, even better. I've fed a fair amount of this hose down the drain, so I'm thinking this blockage has to be down near the tank end. Let's find out what's going on here. We're going to chuck the camera down the drain. That's what the customer's asked for. And we'll see what has been blocking this. We've got a 6-inch pipe. It's an old clay pipe, so the joints aren't absolutely brilliant. They're not the worst I've seen, but they're not great. There's little sections where it holds water and there's stuff coming in through the joint there. Camera jumps over it quite nicely though. This camera does have a tendency to exaggerate a little bit though. On that joint there's a little bit of a crack there. Nothing that's going to cause a blockage, but it may become a bigger problem in the future. Again, there's another joint there that's not particularly nice. I don't think it's the cause of the blockage, but there's definitely a step there. Again, on this joint we've got another crack, nothing too major. And then we've got a paper clip and something solid. We've then got a little section here that doesn't look too special. We got a bit of a funny joint there, and then some more of that solid stuff building up by this joint. Again, we've got another crack joint. We've then got a little piece of broken pipe. I'm not entirely sure where that has come from. We've got another displaced joint. And then we come down to the interesting bit. Again, there's another crack on this joint. And then we've got the rest of that build up just before it drops down into the tank. So it seems like we need to spend a bit more time on this drain, do a proper descale, degrease, all that kind of stuff, and get this drain running 100%. So I'm going to get that report back to the office, see what recommendations we can put back to our customer, and hopefully get this running perfectly. Yeah, that last section, for some reason the jet just doesn't want to touch it. So yeah, all we can really do is I'll look at the footage and see what suggestions we can come up with. Our customer told me not to worry about washing this down, but I thought I'd give it a bit of a go anyway. If I can make it look a little bit better, I will. Now I'm thinking for this drain, the way to go may be to put our combi with a Warthog on that down this drain. That has got a bit more power to it and will probably clean it up a lot better than my jetter will. It's just a case of taking the report back to the office and seeing what the boss says. I also noticed whilst cleaning this up, there's a lot of wet wipes in with all this overspill. To be honest with you, I could have spent all night cleaning this up. It wasn't going to look any better. Time to get the cover back on. I say cover. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy it, make sure you leave a thumbs up. Please leave a comment. I'll try and reply back to you. It's getting harder and harder to do, but I will try and reply back to you. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe and make sure you come back for the next video. And make sure you check out the bank video. I'll leave it at the end.
Please like and subscribe and leave a comment.